A very good afternoon and warm welcome back to all you dear educators. This is the day 2 of the webinar series on Be Internet Awesome. We had met on Friday, we had discussed some things, and now we will be completing the circle and closing the trainings so that you can go back to your schools and train your children. For those who were not there on Wednesday, please do not worry. I shall be taking you through all the steps that are required for you to become a Be Internet Awesome ambassador. This program, as most of you would have read about, is making sure that our children, when they are online, they're engaging effectively and also safely. The platforms that are available to them today are many-fold. It is not what was there 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or a decade ago. The scenario has completely changed. Our dealings online have increased tremendously. The curriculum has been developed specifically by Google, and it ensures that young children right from the age of grade 2 up till grade 12 are able to interact with this curriculum, look at the scenarios, the activities, and then apply them to their lives when they are online. डियर एजुकेटर्स, आप लोगों में से बहुत ने ये करिकुलम को देखा होगा. ये करिकुलम गूगल ने स्पेसिफिकली डेवलप करा है बच्चों के लिए जो स्कूल्स में है, ग्रेड 2 ऑनवर्ड्स, ग्रेड 3, 4, 5, 6 अप टिल ग्रेड 12. वो लोग इस करिकुलम के साथ एंगेज कर सकते हैं और इसमें बहुत सारे सिनारियोज हैं, एक्टिविटीज हैं जो बच्चे कर सकते हैं और समझ सकते हैं कि उनके लिए क्या सेफ है, क्या अनसेफ है, और जो चीज चैलेंजिंग है क्या उसमें वो किसी अडल्ट की हेल्प मांग सकते हैं. हाँ, मांग सकते हैं. तो कौन होगा वो अडल्ट? या तो वो आप होंगे, देयर टीचर, और द पेरेंट. पहले भी we've had many sort of curriculums. I would not like to say curriculums, but we've had programs where they talk about cyber safety and cyber bullying, but from the perspective of a child, it has not been dealt with. Whereas Be Internet Awesome, the program, has been looked at from the perspective of a child, and whatever they go through, all the scenarios are absolutely real life based, and whatever they are going through is what is written in the curriculum. The curriculum is not content heavy, it is just interaction based. So when you start out to do your trainings, you are also going to be learning and immensely enjoying as you make sure that your students stay safe online. On this note, I'd request Ms. Pooja. She's here behind the scenes, making sure that this transmission is absolutely seamless. Thank you, Pooja. Even before I could say the magic words, share the screen, she's already done that. I would like to introduce the support team to you. This is Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗓𝗂, whom you can see on the screen. You have interacted with her earlier over webinars only, online webinars during the pandemic. She is the CEO and founder of Mahattattva. Google has developed the program, and in partnership with CBSE, Mahattattva is bringing this program to you and executing it to you. We are Google's professional development partners. My entire team here behind the scenes as of now is here to support you and ensure that all of you receive your certification after you have imparted the training in your classrooms to your students. This is Ms. Manu. She's heading the Google projects at Mahattattva. This is me, your mentor for the day and host for the day. This is another team member and ex-principal. This is also another team member and ex-principal. Both of them absolutely believe in the program and know that it is the right program to bring about the required change. This is Ms. Kajal. She heads operations at Google. This is Ms. Pooja. She is here with me, but like I said, she's behind the scenes. She's also the one who ensures that all the teachers till date who have received their certifications, and all the students receive their certifications well in time. As I'm talking about certifications, dear teachers, मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ कि ये जो वेबिनार आप अटेंड कर रहे हैं और जो आपने फ्राइडे को अटेंड करा, आपने फ्राइडे वाले के लिए भी अटेंडेंस फॉर्म भरा. आज भी आप जब ये वेबिनार खत्म होगा अटेंडेंस फॉर्म भरेंगे, लेकिन ये आपको सर्टिफिकेट नहीं दिलाएगा. अटेंडेंस फॉर्म सर्टिफिकेट से लिंक्ड नहीं है। ये प्रोग्राम थोड़ा अलग है क्योंकि ये बिल्कुल बच्चों के लिए है, ये बच्चों के बेहतरी के लिए है। सो जब तक आप इसको ट्रेनिंग को कंप्लीट नहीं करेंगे और एक गूगल फॉर्म भर के नहीं देंगे, आपको सर्टिफिकेट नहीं मिलेगा। अब ट्रेनिंग कैसे करनी है, गूगल फॉर्म कैसे भरना है, कहाँ मिलेगा, मैं ट्रेनिंग किस चीजों को यूज करके करूंगी या करूंगा, वो सब मैं आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप लेके जाऊंगी। सो प्लीज स्टे हियर। These are the steps for certification that are visible to you on your screens. Let's go through them together. You need to attend the 2 CBSE webinars plus the optional Q&A session. Q&A session में क्या होता है, जो फॉलो अप सेशन है, जो आपको आइडिया होगा जब आपने रजिस्टर करा होगा इसके लिए। अगर नहीं भी है तो डू नॉट वरी, जैसे हमने आपको आज के लिए इंटीमेट करा, आपको मेल्स भेजी, व्हाट्सएप पे बताया, टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे बताया, हम ऐसे ही फॉलो अप के लिए भी करेंगे। फॉलो अप सेशन इज वेबिनार बेस्ड नहीं है, इट्स अ वन ऑन वन सेशन थ्रू गूगल मीट। सो आप और मैं मिल सकते हैं और आपकी जो भी क्वेरीज है, मेरे टीम मेंबर्स भी होंगे, जो भी क्वेरीज हैं आप वहां डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हैं और हम एक इन फेस टू फेस इंटरेक्शन कर सकते हैं। वेबिनार्स में ये होता है कि जो भी आपकी क्वेरीज हैं आप चैट बॉक्स में डाल रहे हैं, वो भी हमारे टीम मेंबर्स आंसर करते हैं, बट एक फेस टू फेस डिस्कशन का डेफिनेटली डिफरेंट वेटेज होता है। Next up, after looking at the webinars, is that you read the resources provided and prepare your student engagement. Now, what are these resources? ये कहाँ मिलेंगे, ये students को जो पढ़ाना है वो कैसे होगा, वो सब मैं आपको बताऊंगी। नेक्स्ट, व्हेन यू हैव योर रिसोर्सेज रेडी, एक डेक भी होता है जो हम आपसे शेयर करते हैं। आप हमारा डेक यूज कर सकते हैं बच्चों को ट्रेन करने के लिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आपके लिए ही बनाया है वो हमने। You have to train a minimum of 40 students. अगर आप कहें कि आपकी क्लास में तो सिर्फ 25 है, प्लीज डोंट वरी, आप 2 क्लासेस कंबाइन करिए। अगर आपको ये लगता है कि नहीं 25 और 2 क्लासेस भी नहीं, मुझे तो पूरे अपने स्कूल को ट्रेन करना है और टीचर्स को भी इसमें रोप इन करना है, देन ग्रेट। The idea is that maximum number should benefit from this. Maximum number of students should benefit from this. So dear teachers, if you think that you can do more than 40, please go ahead. We will be more than happy to support you in this endeavor of yours. Once you have completed the training, you're required to create a video evidence of the sessions that you have conducted in the school. So it can be a 2-minute video evidence. Also, you can have pictures. So not necessarily only a video we will accept. You can even have a collage of pictures, minimum 10 pictures of the children doing the activity, asking you queries. You are training them. They are performing a role play. They are doing some worksheets. So you can take a picture or a video of all this and upload. Finally, when you submit this application with the name of your students, we need their names. It will come to us, and within 2 weeks, you shall receive your certificates. Like I said, we are here for your support. So what are the platforms that we are available on for your support? We are available through an email ID. We are there on the WhatsApp group with you. You can see all the webinars that have been conducted since July 2022 on YouTube. We are there. Through Telegram, we are connected with you, and also through Google Groups. The material that is there in the website is all on Google Slides, and it is also Peer Deck enabled. All of you know Peer Deck is an interactive platform and allows your children to have an interactive session. As I have started talking about the website, Pooja ma'am, please may I request you to put the website link in the chat box. Dear teachers, if you can see the website link in the chat box, I request you please click on it. आप जिन टीचर्स ने फोन से ज्वाइन कर रखा है, प्लीज इस लिंक को सेव कर लीजिए, कॉपी करके आप किसी भी अपने टेक्स्ट मैसेज में, अपने नोट्स में, अपने डायरी पे जो फोन में भी होती हैं आजकल, उसमें सेव कर लीजिए, बिकॉज ऑन द फोन आपको प्रॉब्लम होगी दोनों चीज देखने के लिए, मेरे को भी एक टैब पे देखने के लिए, दूसरी टैब पे ये खोलने के लिए। तो आप इसको सेव कर सकते हैं, एंड देन वंस द वेबिनार इज ओवर यू कैन गो एंड एक्सेस इट। Teachers, all those of you who are using a laptop or a tablet, I request you to keep this, click on this link and keep it open. We are going to be going to the link. We are going to be going to the link because link has all the curriculum data. What you are seeing on my screen and the slides after this, all these slides have been developed from the curriculum that is already there in the website. So you don't have to worry. What you can see on your screen, if you look closely, are 5 highlighted topics. These are the 5 units or the 5 modules, if you'd like to call them, that form the backbone of Be Internet Awesome. They are the pillars of this program. These 5 modules, once they are completed in the classrooms, our students will surely be much more educated, and they will know what is good for them, what is not good for them. We are going to be examining each module carefully. The ones who had attended on Wednesday are already aware that we have done module 1 and 2. However, I will just recap that with you before we move on. Like I said, at the end of the trainings, your students will be smart, alert, strong, kind, and brave when it comes to navigating the online world. The module 1 is called Be Internet Smart, Share with Care. Your keywords here are sharing with caring. Whenever students are in class, we tell them that sharing is a good thing, that they must share. Well, this will give you a different perspective that yes, when it comes to the classroom scenario and your friend needs help, you should always be there to support them and share with them. However, when you're online, what should be shared and what should not be shared is taught to our children. We come from a generation of oversharers, where children, just to be liked or to receive like or to receive love or to receive acceptance in their peer groups, will share anything and everything. This module, with its wonderful activities, actually wakes them up and makes them realize that it could be dangerous in the long run, and why they should safeguard their privacy and be careful about their digital footprint. It will teach them how to communicate responsibly and also think about the consequences that are there when we start posting things online. I don't know if you remember, teachers, you will recall, I hope you recall, that there was a platform called Orkut a decade ago, more than a decade ago. It was replaced by Facebook. Facebook is what is going on today. But I can assure you, whether it is Orkut or Facebook or any other social media, these platforms may keep changing, the names may keep changing, but how you and I interact, how our students interact online, it is very important that we explain to them. Each module comes with lessons and a game. The game is extremely interesting, as it allows our children to answer some questions and go to the next level. At the end of successfully answering all questions, and at the end of the game, they get a certificate by Google. This is an online game. We all have ICT labs in our school. You can utilize one of those. You can collaborate with the ICT teacher. It will definitely have a better impact of training when you are allowing the children to play these games. The theme for this unit is how reputation and privacy is important to everyone. It should be protected and also be respected. We have to protect ours and respect the other person's reputation and privacy. Like I said, each lesson comes with a goal, very important. It allows us to let our students take charge of their learning and guide us and let us know whether they have understood the content or not. वोकैबुलरी फ्लैश कार्ड, जब आप करिकुलम खोलेंगे आप देखेंगे कि करिकुलम में किस तरीके से हम वोकैबुलरी क्लास में करा सकते हैं, उसके भी ऑप्शंस दिए गए हैं. क्या आप बिंगो गेम के थ्रू कराना चाहेंगे, क्या आप सिंपल Q&A राउंड या मैच द फॉलोइंग कराना चाहेंगे? देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज वन कैन इंटरेक्ट विद द वोकैबुलरी ऑफ दीज मॉड्यूल्स. आपको पता है डिफरेंस बिटवीन फिशिंग एंड कैट फिशिंग? पता चल जाएगा once you start looking at these modules. The lesson flow is, this is how it goes. You have goals, you have let's talk, where there are scenarios where you're discussing, there are activities and takeaways. Takeaways will come from your students. You may choose to ask them to put it up on the board. Everybody has a board in the classroom. Since this is will be an activity that will be in the present, allow them to put those post-its up there. This is a scenario. This is module 2. All the information that you saw on the previous slides and what you're going to see now also has been taken from the curriculum that is there in the website. So please don't feel कि ये कहाँ से आया है, हमें कैसे मिलेगा. आपको सब कुछ दिया जाएगा. आपने बस इसको इंटरनलाइज करना है. आपने समझना है कि ये क्या करिकुलम है, ये हमारे बच्चों को कैसे हेल्प करेगा. जब आप वो समझ जाएंगे तो बाकी सारा सपोर्ट आपके लिए है. एंड आपने बस ये ट्रेनिंग्स कंडक्ट करनी है क्लासरूम्स में. बच्चों से कोई भी इतनी डिटेल में कोई बात नहीं करता है. आप मुझे बताइए, आपने लास्ट टाइम उनसे कब लिस्ट बनवाई थी कि व्हाट शुड बी शेयर्ड एंड व्हाट शुड नॉट बी शेयर्ड? नहीं बनवाई है हमने. हम अगर टच भी करते हैं टॉपिक, वी डू इट ऑन अ वेरी एलिमेंट्री लेवल, वी डू नॉट डीप डाइव. बट दिस करिकुलम अलाउज अस टू डू दैट. इसमें इतने सारे सिनारियोज हैं जिसमें बच्चे आपके साथ खुल के डिस्कशन करेंगे. हर एक लेसन में लेट्स टॉक है. लेट्स टॉक ओवर हियर ओनली डील्स विद सिनारियोज एंड आप बच्चों के साथ जब ये करेंगे तो वो आपको आके बताएंगे कि यस ये हमारे साथ हुआ, नहीं हमारे एक फ्रेंड के साथ हुआ. तो ये एक अवेयरनेस बढ़ेगी क्लास में. This is the second module. It deals with being internet alert, कि क्या चीज रियल है ऑनलाइन, क्या फेक है, और फेक और रियल में हम डिस्टिंग्विश कैसे करेंगे, कैसे पता चलेगा. ये फिशिंग और कैट फिशिंग में क्या फर्क है. जब हमें मैसेजेस आते हैं और तो हम उसको कैसे देख सकते हैं और समझ सकते हैं कि ये मैसेजेस फेक हैं या फेक अकाउंट से आए हैं, या ये एक फिशिंग का अटैक है जस्ट टू टेक आवर प्राइवेट इंफॉर्मेशन. तो ये मॉड्यूल उसके साथ डील करता है. बच्चों को जब मेल्स आती हैं रिगार्डिंग विनिंग एंड फ्रीबीज, सो हाउ शुड दे रिएक्ट. क्यूरियोसिटी होती है कि हम क्लिक करके देख लें, बट क्या उनको ये पता है कि कभी कभार क्लिक करके आपका पूरा सिस्टम फ्रीज हो सकता है और फिर वो हैक हो सकता है. सो हमको ये चीजें उनसे बात करनी पड़ेगी और ये नहीं सोचना है कि उनको ऑलरेडी पता है. किसी को नहीं पता होता है. हम भी सीखते हैं ना, और हमको आगे भी सिखाना है. इस मॉड्यूल में भी लेसन्स हैं और फिर एक गेम है. मैं ये सब आपको दिखाऊंगी वेबसाइट में. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थीम इस लेसन की एक और चीज है कि जो हम ऑनलाइन देखते हैं वो जरूरी नहीं है वो सच है. So an important lesson is given to the students that whatever they're seeing online, they should take it with a pinch of salt. They should use logic. They should also corroborate facts and see whether all that is really true or not. It has goals, the vocabulary, the lesson flow, and finally scenarios. This is where we had stopped in the previous webinar. Let's go ahead from here. Being internet strong and securing our secrets. This module deals with creating strong passwords. After I went through this module, I changed all my passwords. I have so many apps. like you, I am also doing a lot of transactions online. And the same thing is happening with our children. They may not be having as many apps as us or as many transactions online as us, but they are going to be doing that. So, is it not our duty to be helping them here? It is our duty. Now, my first worry was that the kind of passwords I was creating was so that I could remember them. And you can also smile because you can guess the kind of passwords I was making. What are the kind of password our children are making? Please ask the younger ones or the older ones. Password 123, or my best friend's name and 123, or my enemy's name and my house number. Anything. Children are creative undeniably. But are those strong passwords really? No, they're not. But is there an effective way of making a password? I mean, I'm having this conversation. If you could tell me, you will say, Pramukta, how is it even, how is it possible to make 10 passwords and remember them? So this is what I learned over here. It's not easy, but it's not doable either. It was very doable, and I am enjoying this experience. So they have an entire handout on how we can create strong passwords. So, for example, I passed out from grade 12 in the year 2000. So I passed out, P out O, in the year. So in I, the can be D, year YR. From grade 12, GR, and 12 can be a numerical. And then for 2000, I can write 2K and have one special character. So a meaningful sentence unique to me could be changed into a password. There are more such hints over here. There are more such exercises and practice for all of us here. So you can do this with your children. You can discuss the potential of creating a strong password and staying safe online. So when you are doing this activity in class, make sure you give them lots of colored sheets. That would make it a little more interesting. Put them into groups. Give them a colored sheet each. Ask them to build a password and then send that sheet around the groups. Let every group look at the password and give their inputs. These are the guidelines you should give them before you do this activity in class with them. Give them this page. You want to display it on the screen, fine. You want to give a handout to each group, that's also okay. You want them to have one sheet individually and ask them to take it back home and put it on their study tables for life. That is also a possibility. So however you want to do this with your children, please go ahead, and then get them to play that, get them to do that activity, play that game where they're going to put a password and circulate it amongst themselves and be ready for feedback. Positive, appreciative feedback. If somebody says average, poor, then we need to be looking at the password and deciding, okay, what is the change that I can make here? How can I make it better? So this module is going to help them create strong passwords. And how is it that they can create a variation of the same password for different accounts? This is where where our part comes in, where we where that question that it's so difficult to remember so many passwords. But what about the variation? It makes it better. It does. I am using it. I am a proof here. I have done that in the past 6 months, and my life has become easier. No, I'm not going to share my password with you. This module also has lessons. Each lesson, if you look at the name, you will know what it is going to contain, what topic it is going to be dealing with, and how it's going to help our children evolve. That wasn't me. No? There have been scenarios and situations where something has been posted online and the child has turned up and said, I never did that, but it's from your account. I know it's from my account, but I didn't post that. So this gap here, that how did the password reach someone else? All this is looked into, shared with the children, and then they are given guidance as to what should they be doing. How to build a great password. Keep it to yourself. Very important. So on one hand, when we talk about sharing, we know that, but password sharing is not correct, should not be done, is not the right thing. Only a parent, yes, trusted parent, definitely, why not? Parents need to know. But parents, would you are teachers, right? You're also parents. Would you like to share your passwords with your children? I'm guessing there'll be a both yes and a no, because there are some parents who do take help of the children when it comes to transaction online. It's not a bad thing at all. Absolutely not a bad thing at all. Do not worry. But then all the more reason that you need to equip yourself and your students, children alike, that what are the dangers or what are the challenges that are out there. And if you'd read the newspaper, I think 2 days ago, or maybe yesterday, no, 2 days ago, it's there in the newspaper that gentleman, he lost about 4.6 CR, and the fact that he never received an OTP, only a phone call. How did that happen? This makes me wonder. This makes me even more careful. It makes me think that, do I really want to take every call? What am I doing online? How many transactions do I want to do online? How many social media accounts do I want to be participating in? So these are some questions for us. You can put them out to your children also there. This module also has a game. So the theme over here is online privacy and security, why personal information is important, and why they need to be smart about passwords. There's goals for students, vocabulary, lesson flow. So there are scenario also here. The password has been shared to so many devices. Now what? So you can, this is an open-ended question, give it out there. What do you think could go wrong when you have your password saved on so many different devices? On a tablet and a computer doesn't specify whether it was personal or public. So what could go wrong, whether it was personal or public? So these are conversations you must have with the children. We are moving on to a generation that's absolutely technologically enabled. There's no going back. You have come back into the classrooms after the pandemic, where the pandemic was completely dependent on how we interacted with our children online. Do we want to completely do away with that? No, it's not possible. That is not the way forward. The way forward is a holistic blend, a balanced blend of both online and offline. So the more we discuss with our children about the challenges that are out there, the more real life scenarios we share with them and encourage them to share with us, we will be safer and successful online. The fourth module deals with being internet kind. It's cool to be kind. Who doesn't want to be cool? You can ask them this question. I do not think a single one will raise their hand. Will not raise their hand, sorry, because they all want to be cool. We begin with the premise that children want to be accepted and liked. We also want it to be, but today it is a different kind of a like, that the one that is there on the social media. The like that is on social media is most important, and the number of followers, etc., is even more important. So I think this would serve as a good icebreaker, and then you can tell them that how important it is to be kind online also. So what's happening online that they need to be kind? Well, the first thing is that, what about the information online? We put out something positive, it's going to become very positive. Everybody is going to start spreading that positivity. The same thing with negativity. You put out negative stuff over on online, it's going to amplify, it's going to become bigger. तो बच्चों को यहाँ पे बताइए कि वो क्या चूज करना चाहेंगे, पॉजिटिविटी स्प्रेड करना चाहेंगे कि नेगेटिविटी, क्योंकि इंटरनेट से तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो उनको डिसाइड करने दीजिए. इतनी बुलिंग होती है, नास्टी वर्ड्स होते हैं, कभी कभार कुछ लिखा होता है जो नॉट नेसेसरी होता है, तो इन चीजों से बच्चे कैसे डील करें? हमने यहाँ पे पहले भी बात करी थी कि बच्चों के लिए डिफिकल्ट होता है, दे वांट टू बी एक्सेप्टेड एंड लाइक्ड, बट क्या हम उनको ये सपोर्ट दे सकते हैं कि काइंड होने से भी वो लाइकेबल हैं? अगर उनको कोई चीज गलत लगती है तो उनको बोलना चाहिए. अगर किसी और के साथ कुछ गलत हो रहा है या कोई पुअर कमेंट्स हैं, then they must ask for help. This module also deals with a very interesting thing which I personally endorse, and that is messages. Do our children want to pick up the phone and speak to somebody? They don't want to. Do we want to? So I'll leave you with that question, going back to the children. They don't want to communicate or have a face-to-face communication. And the pandemic has made it worse because they were isolated in a sense. They prefer texting, chatting. Now, when you are texting and chatting, you are saying a lot of things and you are putting a lot of emojis with that. What I am saying, so I do not mean harm to you, but is the receiver understanding it in the same way? Is there a scope for misinterpretation? Is there a scope for miscommunication? Yes. So this is another thing we need to work with our children and tell them that it's best to meet face to face. Don't chat or text. If there is something, reach out. Speak to the person. Pick up the phone if you have to wait a day to meet the person. But do it offline, not virtually. This module will help them understand that whatever they feel, they have a doubt about certain messages, they should not pass them on to others, because if they are having a doubt, then surely there could be something that is untrue about it. We have to equip our children and let them know it's absolutely okay to block people who are mean online. They do not need that kind of negativity in their life. The only kind of superpower our children need is to be kind. This module has many lessons along with the game. It helps the children notice their own feelings, practice empathy. There are scenarios where they can show their kindness, and what happens about the tone. What is so important about a tone when we are talking to people? Is the tone available in a message or a chat? No, it is not. So this brings out the importance of having a face-to-face conversation. The themes of this are very simple. It only talks about how it is important to ensure that any sort of negativity should be put at bay. Whatever is positive should be sent out into the internet. Another very important thing that this module deals with is that how do our children cope up with bullying, depression, academic struggles, and other problems. You and I still had an easier time when we were in our school years. Those years were better off. We did not have as many pressures as our children do. Seriously, if you think about it, we did not have the pressure of performance online also to look our best. These children are dealing with a lot of things. So this unit actually tackles that, because sometimes we are at a loss. हमें नहीं पता कि बच्चों को कैसे समझाएं, कैसे बताएं. हमें समझ में आ रहा है, बट हम उनके थ्रू कैसे गेट करें, हम उनको कैसे बताएं कि बेटा आप इतना प्रेशर लेके घूम रहे हो कि आपको लाइक्स चाहिए, फॉलोअर्स चाहिए. नॉट नेसेसरी, जरूरी नहीं है. या अगर आपके साथ कुछ गलत हो रहा है ऑनलाइन तो आपको वो झेलना है या जरूरी है सहना. नो, आप हमें बताओ, आप अपने पेरेंट को बताओ. वी आर हियर टू सपोर्ट यू. हम सुनेंगे आपकी बात और हम हैं इधर. बच्चे डर जाते हैं. They feel that nobody may believe them. But when you open this in front of them, open this bag of conversation in front of them, they will know that you are standing behind them. कि हमारी टीचर हैं. एंड यही जब हम कहते हैं कि ये वाला जो बी इंटरनेट ऑसम का प्रोग्राम है, आप इसको अभी तो कर लेंगे ओवर 2 वीक्स, आप खत्म हो जाएगा, बट इसको ईयर लॉन्ग रखिए. इसमें इतनी एक्टिविटीज है कि आप खत्म नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो बिकॉज ये जो बच्चों को रीइंफोर्समेंट चाहिए होती है, ये ईयर लॉन्ग चाहिए. उनको 2 वीक्स की रीइंफोर्समेंट नहीं चाहिए. वो चाहते हैं ये चीज उनको बार बार याद दिलाई जाए. वो बच्चे हैं, हम टीचर्स हैं, ये हमारा काम है. तो आप जब एक बारी करिकुलम देखेंगे, आपको चेकलिस्ट हो जाएगी कि ओके, ये वाली एक्टिविटी आई विल डू इट नेक्स्ट बिफोर द स्टार्ट ऑफ द ईयर. आजकल आप लोगों के यहाँ पे एनुअल डे है, स्पोर्ट्स डे है, व्हाई डोंट यू हैव अ कॉर्नर डेडिकेटेड टू बी इंटरनेट ऑसम? Put all this information out there. I'm telling you, your parents will love it. You are also parents. I mean, who is having this conversation with the children? Nobody is. So we need to have. The goals are simple. They should be able to define what is positive and what is not positive and how it looks online. How will positivity look online and how will negativity look online? Also, identify situations in which they must reach out to a trusted adult. Can be you or the parent. There's vocabulary, the lesson flow. Now, a scenario which I was talking about. And the moment you read the scenario, now you will understand what I'm saying, that all the scenarios are from real life examples. जो हमारे बच्चे go through करते हैं on a daily basis. हम कोई ऐसा scenario discuss नहीं कर रहे जिनमें बच्चे बोलेंगे इनको पता ही नहीं है कि होता क्या है. हमें पता है, हम हैं आपके साथ बेटा, हम हैं, इसीलिए हम डिस्कस भी कर रहे हैं ताकि कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो आप हमें बताएं. People are leaving disrespectful comments on a selfie your friend posted. One way to show kindness. आप जानते हैं कि डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल कमेंट्स कितने हो सकते हैं और क्या हो सकते हैं. तो यहां पे क्या वो बच्चा जिसको फ्रेंड है तो शायद बुरा भी बहुत फील हो रहा है, बट वो कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा बिकॉज उसको क्राउड दिख रहा है. क्राउड तो सब मीन बिहेव कर रहा है, क्राउड डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल कमेंट्स छोड़ रहा है. तो यहां पे हम इस बच्चों को कैसे आर्म करें कि वो पॉजिटिव चेंज ला सकते हैं. This was about being cool online. Now, the last module talks about being brave. When in doubt, talk it out. I like this unit, being brave, because sometimes children think that by being brave means we have to be physically strong and, box the people out. So it doesn't mean that. This unit very beautifully tackles with the fact that अगर आपका बच्चा चल के आपके पास आके आपको अपनी प्रॉब्लम शेयर करता है, आपसे हेल्प मांगता है, आप माने एक ट्रस्टेड अडल्ट हैं, आप उनके टीचर हैं या आप पेरेंट हैं, तब हमारा बच्चा बहुत ब्रेव है. This is the bravest thing that they can do. Reach out. Let an adult know that I am in trouble. I need your help. That is what is being brave. And this unit also has been very beautifully made to tackle this. So when, as a teacher in the classroom, how are you going to encourage this brave behavior? You're going to set some rules and expectations and try and avoid as much negativity as possible. You are going to continue checking in with your children and encouraging them to ask questions that they may be bothering them. You are also going to rope in other teachers, counselors, friends, relatives, parents, and let them know what is going on. This module also has lessons that how, if they are witnessing something that is not right, they can reach out to adults. What is it that they can do when they are witnessing something that is not correct online? How do they handle mean behavior? Meanness अच्छी नहीं है, meanness exist करती है, ये सब हमें पता है, बट उसको टैकल कैसे करें? Should we just ignore it and tell a child ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, आप बस सोचो कि आप बेटर हैं, या ये सब को इग्नोर करें? नहीं, these are not the right answers. The right answers will be arrived at through the activities that are here. The last module does not have a game. So the first 4 modules have interactive games that our children can play online, but not the last one. The main theme of this module is that our children will know, our students will know that they are not alone. They have you, they have their parent standing beside them. And that is the most brave thing that they can do. The goals over here, I like the first one especially, that after being trained on this module, after attempting the scenarios and activities, our students will know what are the situations where they should be getting your help or their parents' help. It has a vocabulary, the unit, the entire unit. The lesson flow remains the same. It is standard for all the units. There is consistency. Post the unit, like I was talking about getting their takeaway on a post-it. This is what you can do. You can use a classroom board just to give you an idea. If you have any other idea that will make it more prominent and you'd like to put that board out for everyone to see, that will be a great thing. Now, how can this be incorporated? What all can you do? So yes, do not wait for Cyber Safety Week, because we are online every day. It is not that we are only accessing the internet and playing games or accessing social media during the Cyber Safety Week. So why limit it to a Cyber Safety Week? How about appointing a cyber safety captain in the council, giving them the responsibility, allowing them to actually reach out to the younger students and letting them know that what all other dangers out there. Then this can also be integrated across subjects, because students are researching online for all subjects. It's not subject specific. You can organize sessions for students to teach parents. So again, let students be the leaders during your PTMs, annual fairs and gatherings. We always have a 30-minute block where we can accommodate such discussions. Use your assemblies, so you can get together with your other teachers in the school. Use the assembly time, divide the modules, go out there, have a lot of interaction with them. This is a very sweet poem. It says, stop, block, and tell. So what should you stop? Don't reply, but do take a screenshot. What should you block? Block the sender. And tell whom? Tell an adult you trust. This is all related to cyber bullying. So keep your personal stuff private, block people who send nasty messages, and flag something that you do not trust, or if something is upsetting them. Teachers, that was the end of the presentation. Now, like I promised you, I will be taking you to the website to actually show you what is there on the website. I hope you have the link with you. You can hear me and navigate side by side. There is no problem. Now it will be easier to navigate together. You don't need to look at me necessarily. You don't need to come back to this. So the website has a couple of tabs on the top. The first one is about. It is about the program. The second one is called facilitators. If you see the bars, the blue bars, the first one says follow the YouTube channel for the webinar recordings. I had told you we had been doing these webinars since the month of July. In fact, today the webinar series will be culminating. But all the webinars right up from July are available on YouTube, and you can click on this blue bar to access that. You can join the Google group for trainings. You can also connect with us on Facebook for receiving more updates on trainings, or in case you want us to come to your school and physically train the rest of the teachers and students, we'll be happy to do that. This is about the facilitators. I had already introduced them. The third tab is schedule. When can you see me next? Well, for the webinars, they are done and dusted. But definitely the follow-up is there on Monday. We have the BI Master Trainer program. You can see the schedule and you can log in. The fourth tab is about resources. All the slides that you saw, that entire material has been taken from here. This is all available to you here. The complete curriculum, look at the blue bars carefully. The complete curriculum can also be accessed. And we have separated out the units for you. We have put the interactive slide deck, the vocabulary, and the game below each unit, and given you an overview of what each unit will look like. At the bottom of resources, this is the one that you need for trainings. I hope you've all bookmarked this link. The ones who are using it online and the others who are logged in through their phones have saved this link, because you will need to access this for the training. This is a pledge. You can get all your students to take this in the assembly. You can make a short recording of them, and in each class, you can have this as a poster and get them to sign it as a class. Let's look at the assessments. We have developed 5 assessments for you for each module. However, it is not mandatory to get the assessments done. This was just been done as to provide you support. These are just simple Google Forms related to the modules. In case you'd like to use them, please go ahead, make a copy and use them. Now, I had said that for your certificate, you need to fill a Google form. You need to put your training data over there. Now, that Google form is here. So after resources, where all the training material is, you need to come to the tab Assessments. Come to the bottom of this. Can you see Student Training Completion Form? इस पे क्लिक कीजिए प्लीज. जब आप इसको क्लिक करेंगे, आपको ये दिखेगा स्क्रीन पे. ये है गूगल फॉर्म जो आपने अपने सर्टिफिकेट के लिए भरना है. आपका ईमेल, फुल नेम, स्कूल, सिटी, COE, कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, पर्सनल ईमेल आईडी, CBSE ईमेल आईडी. यहां पे आपने एविडेंस ऑफ ट्रेनिंग डालना है, वेदर इट इज अ PPT or a video. It's completely up to you, and a minimum of 40 students need to be trained. List of students आपने यहाँ पे add करनी है. It says add list of students using the template provided below. Now ये template कहाँ है? ये रहा, आप नीचे देखिए, इस पे क्लिक करिए इस लिंक पे. ये क्लियरली कहता है मेक अ कॉपी. आपने कॉपी बनानी है, एडिट नहीं करना है. This is what the copy looks like. आपका नाम, स्कूल का नाम, स्टूडेंट का नाम एंड क्लास आपने इसमें डालना है. Once you have filled this sheet, you need to download it on your desktop. आप उस पे डाउनलोड करिए. फिर अपलोड कहाँ करेंगे? यहाँ वापस फॉर्म पे आइए. यहाँ पे आपने अपलोड करना है एड द लिस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. इस वाले टैब में आपने इस लिस्ट को अपलोड करना है. फिर आप हमें नंबर बताइए. The last option asks you for please provide your photograph for social media post. So आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, जरूर अपनी फोटोग्राफ दीजिएगा. आपने हमारा फेसबुक पेज अगर नहीं देखा है तो आप देख सकते हैं. जितने लोगों ने भी ये प्रोग्राम अपने क्लासेस और स्कूल्स में करा है, हमने उनको फेलिसिटेट करा है. इट इज अ वे ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग honor to these people, all these teachers who are going out and training their children. So we give you a Be Internet Awesome badge, and we have a small post for you, which you can also share on your school page and in your school groups. Coming back to the website, the sixth tab, is about the Master Trainer program. हमारा ये program अब चल रहा है. This is when teachers like you train more teachers to go and train students. The last tab is about FAQs and help desk. यहाँ पे भी steps for certification है. ये सैंपल सर्टिफिकेट्स हैं. लेफ्ट वाला सर्टिफिकेट आपका है, राइट वाला बच्चों का है. जो भी आप लिस्ट, जितने भी बच्चों की लिस्ट आप अपलोड करेंगे, हम उन सबको सर्टिफिकेट देंगे. बिकॉज हम अभी एक वेबिनार में हैं जहां पे आपके कुछ क्वेश्चन शायद ना आंसर हुए हों, मैंने उन चीजों को टच ना करा हो, या आपको और क्लैरिटी चाहिए उन पे, तो ये वाला टैब आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा. आप इस पे आइए. इसमें बहुत सारे हमारे टीम ने क्वेश्चंस प्रीएम्प्ट करे थे कि क्या ऐसी चीजें हैं जो टीचर्स को बेनिफिट करेंगी, क्या ऐसे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो वो पूछना चाहेंगे. सो प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस. Why do we need this program? Who is the certifying body? What is the full form of IST? How long will it take for students to complete the course? Is this program only for ICT teachers? No, it is not. Everybody uses the internet. It is for everybody, including our children. Where can one find time to run this course for students? Even during exam time, I would suggest See, we always, when the exam ends, the child does not leave for home immediately. We have a window over there. So in case a teacher can support you, your colleague can support you, this is the time you can do this program with the students. Then more FAQs for certification. How do we finally get the certificates? Do my students also get certified? How many hours will it take? More questions have been answered. In case इसके बाद भी आपके पास कोई क्वेरी या क्वेश्चन है जिसका आपको आंसर चाहिए, तो आप नीचे देखिए BIA help desk. We are available on this email ID biasupport@mahattattva.in. आप ईमेल भेज सकते हैं, या एक ये नंबर है जिस पे आप कॉल कर सकते हैं between 3:30 to 5:30 Monday to Friday and get your query solved. If not this, on the coming Monday, you and I are going to be meeting. You're going to be meeting the Mahattattva team for a follow-up session where if you have queries, you can ask your queries. This was all about Be Internet Awesome, dear teachers. So I hope I have been able to guide you and resolve most of your queries and questions. Like I said, resources is the tab where you will get all the training material. Under assessments, we have the student training completion form, the Google form जहां पे आपने अपना evidence submit करना है. I would like to show you the entire curriculum once before I leave you for the day. This is the entire curriculum. It is a 139 pager. If you would like to take a printout and keep it in your school, that will be also very great. Like I said, the vocabulary can be done through a word web also. There's a parent introduction and email letter that you can send out to the parents when you start conducting these training programs in school. Some more FAQs. First module. You might find that I'm scrolling a bit fast, but please don't worry because you have the link. You can access all this on your own. Like I said, there are scenarios everywhere. Divide your class into groups, give them a scenario separately, let them discuss and get back. I had shown the first two to you on Wednesday. I would like to show the next one. Securing your secrets module. Like I said, every module comes with a game, especially the first 4 modules. Make sure your children play them, and you should play them before you give it to your children. This is the 4th one, being kind online. There are more scenarios over here about feelings, about the tone. There are many handouts here which you can directly take a printout and get the students to play or solve or discuss. Very important, empathy at school. If you can look at the pictures, you can ask them to guess what is happening. All these children are playing here. She's all by herself. He has got his head down. Looks like the tiffin has been on the floor. So how can the students show kindness to such children? Let them come up with answers. Encourage group work so that they can bounce ideas off each other. This is a scenario I discussed. Am I the only one who thinks Shana looks like a little green alien? So how is it that when we start labeling our friends, How will that impact our friends? Is it okay to call somebody an alien? So these are some conversation openers. बच्चे कहते हैं वो तो मेरा फ्रेंड है तो मैं कुछ भी कह सकती हूँ, तो यहाँ पे नो, कुछ भी नहीं कह सकते हम. There are more activities over here. How words can change a picture. This is very interesting. You can put it up on the screen in case you don't want to take a printout. We all have interactive screens now, most of us. So in case printout is not okay, put it up on a screen for the children to see it. Blow it up. The game. The last module. Activities, takeaways, scenarios. Impersonation. So somebody found a phone and send a message from that to the phone list. So how does one react to that? How do you tackle something like this? It deals with impersonation. Something that is not very far-fetched. It is true, it does happen. What happens when they're seeing upsetting stuff? More scenarios. When friends are using bad language in chats, somebody's making fun of a photo that you are in. So these are things that are happening to our children. Dear teachers, I hope you all get the time to actually go through this entire curriculum and be able to look at what this program is all about and what it is offering our students. So please do take out time. And if you have any queries, the entire team at Mahattattva is here to support you. We will make sure that you get your certificate. On this note, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on this lovely Friday evening. And I wish you a very happy weekend and happy holidays ahead, and also a great start to a great year. We have put the pandemic beside us and behind us. And here's hoping that 2023 blesses all of us with good health and a lot of happiness. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.